Right. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Chef Yarnell The Pipmaster, the professor. Hey, I had someone that needed some information, so I said, why not do a video for it real quick? So here it goes. This is how I personally do my chart markup and how the accuracy of, like when I'm calling trades and it hit those, it hits those support or resistance line. You're like, wow, no, it's not a wow. It's as simple as just putting in your chart markup and properly marking up your chart. So I'm gonna use CHFJPY. I don't think this is a currency that I have occasionally marked up. Oh, I guess it is one. Let me use something that's like weird. Let me do GBP NZD. Let's see. If I mark that up, golly, what? All right, let me see. NZDJPY. Look like I'd have marked everything. Okay, that's one. All right, I'll use NZDJPY for my example. So the first thing I do is go to the day chart. Very first thing I do is go to the day chart, right? I minimize my screen and I want to see the highest point I can at the time that my screen is present. So right now, this is the most present thing that I can see on my screen. I can scroll left, but I don't know if I want all that. Okay. Well, okay. All right. I scroll left a little bit. And then if it's close proximity, I will go ahead and snatch this one. Since it is the highest one, I mark that with purple. Okay. And I started marking my bottom as well. Okay. So whatever that bottom number is between where I just marked that purple, looks like the most bottom is right here. So I know the purple symbolizes my day chart. That's all it does. It tells me that that is a day chart markup. All right. So highest and lowest on the screen, right? From what I can see, I scroll left a little bit just to see if anything is higher than what's immediately on my screen. I don't go far. And it looks like that was from July 2007, right? Wow, it's coming back to July 2007 height, guys. That's interesting. So then I go to the 4 hour chart. Okay. And the 4 hour chart, I do kind of the same thing, except for um, I want to know where I marked that day chart markup. And then I go to the chart, I mean, the next highest low below that markup. So this is as far as I can go on my screen. So it looks like the next high is going to be where we are now, just about. Yeah, yep, where we are now. Okay. So the next high, I'm going to mark that and I'm going to change that color to, um, I used to use, for the day chart, I used to use two different purples. So I use a different purple for that one because it goes purple, blue, yellow. Those are my colors. All right. So now this one is a lighter purple. I could use other colors, right? But no, I'm not going to. And then I mark the low. I look for the low that I marked before, and now I want to find the next lower low, right? Higher low, excuse me, that I can see. So they won't let me go too far back. So the next higher low that I can see is, it looks like it's this one right here. So I marked that one. It's acting a fool. Okay. Bam. Okay, so now I got a day chart and a 4 hour chart. Okay. Next, I go to the 1 hour. My markup is called D411, day chart, 4 hour chart, 1 hour chart, 1 minute chart. That's mainly on indices. On currency pairs, I like to go to the 15-minute chart. Um, and I still go to the one, for other markups. So now on the 1 hour, all right, let's see how much distance is between here because I like a distance also. Okay, so that's 50 pips. That's perfect. Okay, that's good enough. So my next high. Now this is where the fun part comes in. The next high I want is a as an area that price hits more than twice. Okay. So I'm going to drop a line and now we're going to be blue. Change that to blue. Now, has price hit this line more than twice? Yes, it has. Okay, so I like that. And I want to look left and see if I got any left action also. I really prefer some left action. And ain't nothing. Ain't nothing showing up there. And see, it won't let me go. It only lets me go so far. So I can only take it as far as it'll let me go. Okay, so I got that one, and I'm gonna do a bottom for that as well. Let's see if I can find the old bottoms. Okay. Okay. So I need to find this purple one right here. Let's see where that markup is. If I'm anywhere near it, or if that's as far as they'll let me go. That's as far as they'll let me go. That's as far as they'll let me go. But if you can go further, please do so. That's as far as this system will let me go for whatever reason. I don't know. I'm gonna mark what I can see. Bam. Okay, so now I got my next low marked up on the 1 hour chart. Now I'm going to mark my so this is a currency pair. So normally I go to the 1 minute, but I'm going to the 15 minute because it's a currency pair. All right, this is where the meat and potatoes are. Now I want at least 8 to 10 touches, at least 10 to be honest with you, when I start marking this, because now I'm marking support and resistance everywhere. And I want at least 10 pips in between, preferably 20, right? In between markups. So like this right here would be okay to mark here. And it's going to be yellow. Now, I need to make sure that even though I marked that, do I have the amount of hits that I need in order to make that so? If not, I'm dropping it. So again, this is as far as it'll let me go. So I'm going to start my markup probably back here somewhere. Yep, I'll bring it down. It's going to be a substantial drop, but I need to be able to stay in line with not only where we are now, but where it has been before. All right, so here we go. Now I do it a little better. So now I bring it to here. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's enough. Okay, that's a good markup. That means price is comfortable coming there. And then I'm gonna do the same thing. I found another spot right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, 8, 9, 10, and so on and so forth, right? And then you just keep doing that all the way through here, finding spots that are highly uh uh what's the word I want to use? The market is consistently going back to, right? Like here, we get buys and we get sales on the next line. Okay, if I drop another line right here, we get buys and we get sales on this line. Okay. And it looks like it's almost evenly spaced now. So when you look at the distance between that 30, so about 30 pips, it looks like a consistency. See how that happens? That's 29, right? That's a big one though, that big gap. Okay. So I believe the next level probably would be somewhere in here. But you know what I'm gonna look for now is an area of consolidation. All right, so let me drop a line here and see if we get, okay, so I like this one for consolidation. So I'm gonna drop a red line here, right? Because look at this, price is going through here a lot. 1, 2, so on and so forth, all through here is staying in there. If even right here is an area of consolidation, right? Price just would not leave out of this little zone here. But I don't like that one as much as I like this one because price is going through it, but up and down. Okay. So, um, and it's consistent. See, it's consistent across the board. Right. And you can keep doing this, right? You can find an area of consolidation right in here. I can see it. It's very clear. If I were to drop a line here and another line here, then you would see that this is clearly an area of consolidation right there. Just use your eyes, man. It ain't that hard, right? Just use your eyes. They ain't just hazel for looking. They supposed to do some work around here. All right, let's see. And one thing I do like to do, see if I move this way. Now let's slide left. Now I still like the other area better. So that was a zone from before, the one I had right here. And it's going to be a continuation zone. All right. But, basically that's how you do it. And then you look for, you want to check your work. If you are in an organization that has tools, you can use those tools and check your work by that. I also, let me take this stuff off of here. I don't need any of this stuff on here right now. So as you can see now, the NZDJPY is going towards where? The area of consolidation is going back to where it's comfortable. So if you were to put in a buy here, you would catch about 12 to 13 pips. 12 to 13 pips. Okay. And that's how I basically mark up my chart. You can do the same on the one. You really can see the areas of consolidation when you break down to the 1 minute. It's obvious areas of consolidation when you do that. Okay. I'm not going to go all the way back, but you can mark up areas of consolidation on the one and get the same results. Here's one right here. This area right here. I like it right here. 64 to 73. It's a 9 pip zone. There's a beautiful one right there, all the way across the board. Area consolidation right there. Here, it's about here. And what is that? 82 to 90. That's an 8 pip zone. Right? Yeah. So that's how you get zones, guys. That's how I end up establishing zones. That's how I end up going back and forth through the market and looking for areas of support and resistance, like yellow to yellow is support to resistance. So price left here, look what it did. It bounced, ran up and consolidated, pulled back, went through area consolidation and kept going back it went back to support. Resistance, made this support. See how it consolidated on the line, shot off and went to a new level right here of resistance. So it just established a new level of resistance. So when price comes back down, more than likely it's coming back down to 91.051, right? After it consolidates under this level of resistance, it should shoot back down to this level of support, unless it's a continuation for buy action, okay? And you'll see what that is by looking down at the RSI. If it's not crossing the 50 that accurately, then watch for it to stay above the 50 for more upward movement. If not, look for it to come down. I hope this helps. Wow. I don't know how many minutes I actually did the recording, but it's enough. So this should be enough for you to go off of. And the only difference is when you're doing indices, I break it down to the 1 minute. That's the only difference. Other than that, chart markup is the same. All right. If you want more information, please DM me, leave a comment if this helped you out. And happy trading.